I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and today's lesson is on frozen yogurt. The frozen dessert that is so delicious. It has 2 national days dedicated to it. One in February, because apparently they're cheaper, and one in June, which makes a heck of a lot more sense. June 4th is National Frozen Yogurt Day, and frozen yogurt is a number of things. It's delicious, it's creamy, and it's supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to. Here's what it's not. It's not ice cream. It's also not ice milk, which is what the basis of it actually is. In fact, frozen yogurt manages to fall between the cracks of government regulation. That should make Zwane happy. No, frozen yogurt is not regulated by the USDA, and only 2 states have regulations that specifically relate to frozen yogurt. California and Pennsylvania are the only ones which measure the number of active bacteria bodies there have to be to make it frozen yogurt, and the number is astonishingly low, especially compared to standard yogurt. But it's that bacterial activity that makes yogurt yogurt and makes it more digestible for most people. Most people that have a problem with the lactose don't have the same problem with yogurt because there's far less lactose in it. Now, one of the other ways that we try to make frozen yogurt healthier is by making it fat-free. Now, here's the problem. Yogurt without fat or sugar is really tangy. So to cover in low-fat frozen yogurts, for the fact that, first of all, they're not going to have the same texture, lower-fat frozen yogurt can't get as much air in it and can't be as creamy. So that's number one. Number two, it also needs sugar. So there's more sugar in low-fat frozen yogurt than there is in regular frozen yogurt. See, as people, we've been eating yogurt for over 4,000 years. Originally, it was made more or less by chance, and that couldn't have been healthy. So you wonder why we stuck with it. Today, yogurt is made by heating up the milk to about 176 degrees Fahrenheit and getting rid of all of the pathogens in it, and then introducing the exact bacteria that they want to get the tanginess, and then cooling it down so that it stays good longer. But really, legitimately, yogurt is purposefully spoiled milk. But frozen yogurt is not. Frozen yogurt is milk that has had yogurt introduced to it, which is not the same, and why it's very much a uniquely American thing, which has been exported around the world, but not just American. There's kind of a niche within Americans. South Korean immigrants really significantly have influenced the frozen yogurt market here in the United States. Now, the very first frozen yogurt company that reached national recognition is in the early 1980s, a company called TCBY, or the country's best yogurt. At least that's what we know it as today. When it was first introduced in 1981, they were This Can't Be Yogurt, but they got sued by a company which was 3 years older than them called I Can't Believe This Is Yogurt. Yeah, that really happened. But TCBY changed their name from This Can't Be Yogurt to the country's best yogurt and spread across the country. In the 1990s, when the Atkins thing was very popular, frozen yogurt fell into decline. But it's making a comeback, and it's making a comeback through California through a large number of companies which are owned by, yes, South Korean immigrants to the United States. Pinkberry is a big name. Big name. And this is a South Korean immigrant. It's not like he came over from South Korea and just started opening Pinkberries. He immigrated to the country when he was 12, He grew up, became a very successful businessman, opened a couple of different businesses, the Art and Frame Warehouse and the Art and Frame Depot. And after that, he started opening these Pinkberries. And Pinkberries have that really tangy yogurt taste. And after a little bit of give and take with the state of California and with the National Yogurt Council, they came up with a way to make a product which they can now once again call frozen yogurt. And it's been exported across the world. There's over 60 different countries around the world that have Pinkberries in them. They're relatively small. In fact, today there are companies that sell a licensing agreement for just a kiosk, just a frozen ice cream machine. Other South Korean companies that are involved in frozen yogurt in this country, Red Mango is actually from South Korea, and they came over after they saw some of the success that Pinkberry was having in the 2000s. So they brought their business over to California, and it's headed slowly east from California. And another company, Sweet Frog, which we have right here in Central Florida, also owned by a South Korean immigrant. Perceptum, Quispium, Damnatium. Learn something, damn it.
I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and thank you very much for listening to today's lesson. If you have any comments at all, please put them in the comments section down below. And of course, like it and subscribe to the channel. But most important, if you liked it, if you commented, and if you subscribed, tell your friends. Perceptum, Quispium, Damnatium. Learn something, damn it.